like I feel like things have been going a lot better as far as like playing overall. Like I
Hmm.
don't know if you looked at that graph that I sent you, but I feel like that's improved quite a bit as far as like my overall gameplay.
Yeah, no, the graph looked good. I was just taking a peek at your lull chest, and looks like your ranks up a good bit. So yeah, looks like you're on the up and up.
Yeah, and then this week I was kind of messing around a little bit on my other account, just like trying to practice stuff, I guess.
Hmm.
But I got some games here. Let's see. You can see which ones you might think would be good to go over. A couple of games. I got 3-star Echo. I don't know how that
Oh,
happens.
okay.
I got 3-star Echo twice within like 15 games.
Holy.
I almost had it again. But we have this is a review game. I did pretty good, but I still thought maybe there's some things to review. This one would be decent. I tried to make some notes.
Hmm.
Uh, I had one game that was gloves off Vander. That's kind of cool,
Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
but it wasn't exactly something.
Crap
That
game
was,
TFT. Interesting.
which one's that one?
I don't know. That was on your today, I think. Yeah. The
Oh yeah, there we go. We're gonna do this one if you want. It's a third. Apparently, I wasn't very happy with it. Oh, because I'm mad about the smaller bag sizes.
contested every unit. Okay. I mean, I'm down to I'm down to watch it and see.
And I don't even know if like I'm complaining because I can't get my unit, or if I'm genuinely like just upset that the meta right now seems like, dude, it just seems like Corky, Elise, and Echo. It's like every game.
Yeah, I mean those units are very contested. There are also a lot of other kind of like more niche lines, and there is still, you can play Sorks and you can play like Vi and stuff like that. But some of those units or some of those comps share units. But speaking of which, Lux pair, Zyra pair here. Oh yeah, I would like 1 trillion% put the Lux pair on board here and just yeah. I mean, I definitely want to hold this stuff. And then you pick up the Zyra too. Good. I honestly like
I,
also in that last shot probably would have held Trundle as well, just because like I feel like we are actually just we're almost guaranteed. I feel like to play the Sork opener from this spot, so I don't care about holding Visionaries that much. Like I would be down. I'd want to hold like a lot of what we have in shop here, like the Vanders and the set here. Especially like Vander's nice with Sork opener, just because you have
Glad.
the Vlad connection, the Darius connection as well. So like he's just a good unit with Sorks, just good frontline with Sorks.
I have no idea what I do this game, so we'll
Okay,
find out
I'm
together.
interested. Category 5 aerial. I mean, okay. I mean, I think all the Chimmers is pretty solid, like Shojin, and then whatchamacallit? Oh, Bramble Vest from the thingy. Eh.
Oh, is this the game I end up going Dominators from this? This may be and yeah, okay, I know what happens. Okay,
Oh,
so I'm specifically trying to do something.
okay.
Once I see this, I want Brutal Claws and I want Silco.
Oh, okay.
From my understanding, like the Brutal Claws, like each actual proc of the bleed plus the 5 little guys, like it all makes their magic resist go down. So like you can just like evaporate their magic resistance like instantly pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that's I do believe that is how that works. I am a little bit just in general in a game of TFT after the changes to anomalies. I don't think it's great going in with a game plan to force one anomaly.
Don't get it either.
Yeah, because exactly that can happen. You also
What did I do?
I was just gonna say with brutal claws, that's one where you need to have crit, like you need to have spell crit for it to work, I believe, right? Like I think that one doesn't actually like give you spell crit. So like if you have it, you also need like a JG, um, which is like it's kind of weird because it's different from some of the other
It gains 40% critical strike, and critical strikes bleed for 40% of their damage over 3 seconds.
yeah, but like if you don't have a JG on Silco, like his spell is not critting, even though you
That's
have
true.
crit strike chance. So yeah, just Yeah, I don't know. Seems like kind of a dubious idea. I definitely liked the other idea better, but at least you get some good slams down. Definitely, like I said, just prioritize the Watchers higher here, just because it has higher synergy with your. Like you could be playing instead of Sentinels, you could be playing Vlad plus a Mumu here, and then you would like have those guys on your board, which would just it just plays better with the setup you have. Now that you have Irelia too, you could think about doing this, but you also have like I would definitely play Force Orc here with the Nami, just Force Orc plus you have the Vander and Chop. You could have had the Amumu last round. So yeah, just like prioritizing frontline that has synergy with your board, and also just getting to in this spot like a 4 trade is just so nice. Like it's almost always going to be optimal to play 4 Sork here when you have 2/2 start Sorks already. Like yeah, it's just so good.
So this may be a terrible game because like I got the zigs. Like I can already tell that I'm trying to play this cheesy ass thing, and I don't think it's maybe a very good example of like how I would normally play.
That's fair. That's fair. It is a very niche line. Okay, yeah. That's a it sounds like a fun game though. But yeah, like
But we can keep watching it. I'm just saying, like I
yeah,
know
yeah.
that like I can already tell by like the fact that I got the zigs on my bench that I'm already like I watched a video. I want to play this.
Mhm.
Like something along those lines of it is going through my mind.
Oh yeah, you get Nami in here, you get the Aladdin. So like, you have this idea. I think you're in this like weird spot where it's like, pretty common where like you are locked in on this Dominator idea, but you also have the Sorcerer opener, so like you're holding on to all these Sorcerer units. Had we not had this crazy idea, you could just play a very easy like Sorcerer game from this spot. Your 5 streak, like this spot looks so good, and you could be making more gold because you wouldn't have to hold on to all these random Dominators. But if you have the crazy Dominator idea, all good. But this is definitely going to be strongest board now to get Swain in. You could just level 4 him on this board. Like I said, like the ideal level 5 board is you can fit 4 Sork plus like Darius, get Watcher and Conqueror in, and it's just like a very, very solid version of the board. So yeah, it's so awkward here because like
It's
you're
so it's so awkward because I would have got rid of that, made 30.
yeah, like you'd be so much richer here in this spot. If you're gonna do this, I would just, you can play something on this board. This is pretty good. At this point, you could even just cut the Vlad and get the Irelia 2 in. Just like prioritize playing upgraded units in general is always good. Like it's 5 Sork, like a 4 Sork Vlad's pretty good, but an Irelia 2 is gonna make your board a lot tankier here than the random Vladimir is.
And then I was also just thinking like I leveled up because I was like, oh, I got a good streak going. Might as well try to
Yeah,
keep.
we should ideally scout there before we do the level. But yeah, like if we were playing Sorks here, like a trifecta Sorks game, I guess I don't know what your other 3 cost would be, but it seems okay. But it's not amazing. Then you get all the Chimbers. We got all the Chimbers regular, and then we got all the Chimbers plus. Thornplate is generically pretty strong. Replicate. I guess if you the other thing is kind of like if we are definitely like if we're trying to play this dominators angle, if you're going for the angle that I think that you're talking about going for, then you really need to find a glove, because if you don't get to JG, then I don't think it works at all. I'd also even think about making like adaptive helm here, just to like, because you really want to prioritize win streak in this spot here. Like you end up getting Warmogs, and your idea is like Warmogs, Nashers, but then like you go Warmogs, Nashers, adaptive helm, and then you have tank items done, and you have another damage item done. So like even if we're thinking about this like dominator line, then like still I think we can optimize our items a bit here, and then you're putting the dominator line in. This is what you're playing for. So
Man, I don't even know how to play it. You guys, you can tell I'm like looking like which ones do I need?
you're getting the
I've
units that
never
matter
liked
to the
dominators.
yeah.
Never. I
Huh.
just feel like I never every time I ever like there's some comps that like when I play them, I feel like I'm either doing something catastrophically wrong or something because like if I play against them, they feel stronger. When I play them, they
Hmm.
feel terrible.
Hmm.
And Dominators just seems to be one of them. Like Silco just I don't know, unless like Kimber and Cash Out or something, like he just seems to make me angry.
Yeah, I do think like in general, I don't know, sometimes that does just kind of like happen in TFT where there's just a comp that doesn't click with you. And like whenever that happens to me, I usually I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna like lean away from this comp. And it happens. It also is like on this patch, I would say they're a lot weaker. They like in previous patches, Dominators were like quite insane for a while, There are a few patches where it was like the best AP line that you could play. But like nowadays, Also, oh, like Like we have 6 Zork here. We naturaled the Zoe. We naturaled everything 2-star, and we're gonna force Dominators from the spot. Okay, okay,
I
okay.
know. Yeah, yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
you're going. I think.
Uh,
I guess you intentionally made Shiv and Spark just because you want to get them to the lowest MR possible. But I mean, it's not very optimal because like Shiv and Spark, if you Shiv and Spark the same unit, there's no diff. It just takes whatever the highest one is, and Shiv and Spark are the same. So like I think even in your spot, it doesn't really make sense to double Shiv and Spark. Also, even if you're thinking of like playing Dominators, I would still hold on to. I mean, this is just like a flex TFT thing. Like even if you're going to play Dominators there, I would still like hold on to the Zoe and just play 6 Orc until you get to Dominators. Like that'll make your board so much stronger on the way there, which is something that you can do to make your game easier. Like like if you're gonna do something like this, like I think this is gonna make our board weaker for now. Because I mean, yeah, we just don't have the board yet. We don't have like, sure, you can fit Dominators in right now, but it's just not as good. So just like this is something where I think like you're pivoting this round because it makes your game kind of like easier. But it is actually gonna like make your game like you're like, look, we get like destroyed in this fight, and I think if we just stuck on our previous board, especially played 6 Sork, like we would be a lot stronger here.
I feel like the game was trying to tell me the entire time not to do this.
Yeah.
They're like, here's a Zoe.
hmm But like that's something like if you lock yourself into a line like this, like I feel like this will happen so frequently where you'll lock yourself in. Just a TFT player in general will lock themselves into a line specifically like this because they want to hard force something, and like you miss so much stuff by doing that. Also, we're a fast 8 comp. Like let's like if we're not going to push 8 this round, which like yeah, you're kind of poor, so like I don't think it makes that much sense, but then just sack 2 rounds and then 4-5 it. Like why are we rolling on 7 for a level 8 comp? Like we want to play around. I mean, like you said, your game plan is to play around the Silco. It's not like we're playing like a reroll version of this or something like that.
I think it's just I felt so weak. I wanted to make some of the pairs was probably my thinking, but should have
hmm
just waited to make them.
Yeah, but like I mean, one, you're not that low. I mean, you're 59 HP here. It's not like you're dying. Like you're pretty healthy, honestly. And the other thing is, the reason we're weak is because we pivoted out of our good board, our sorcerer board, into this dominator board. Like we had all the upgrades in the sorcerer board, and we pivoted into this board because we wanted to make the game easier. But like, yeah, you could have just like sat on that sorcerer board, played 6 Sork for 3 rounds, and then like full pivoted your board this round. And then you'd be like hard chilling. Also, once again, if you're going to try to force this line, I'm pretty sure you need a JG, or else your Silco spell is not going to crit, and then it's not even going to work. So, I mean, how tragic would it have been? I guess it's
I don't ever play the JG either. It's weird.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's like
But I
fine.
never get the brutal claws either, so it's sad.
Yeah.
I don't know how I actually like don't take like a really bad place in this because it was a bad game to be quite frank. Like I force it, like
Yeah, this spot is pretty suspicious. I mean, at least you're almost Silco too. So you have that going for you, I guess. And like you kind of have some of the upgrades on the board. So
and here goes the roll down.
oh God. But yeah, it's so hard to hard force an anomaly with the new anomaly
Oh,
change where you can hit duplicates. Like we've seen so many of these. I'm like it's almost like we're just seeing the exact same like 8 just back to back to back, like every single like we just see 8 and then we see another, and like
and I could have took like nothing wasted, but I was like so committed at this point. I was like,
yeah,
I'm, I'm committed.
I mean, yeah, you skip so many good ones. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the math says to like guarantee an anomaly, you have to spend like some insane amount of gold. I mean,
Like over 70, I
yeah,
think, or
I,
something.
I think yeah. And I mean, theoretically, you could roll and just never hit it, just because of the way it works now. So yeah, I'm not trying to play a comp that has to force an anomaly. Maybe if you have like a few anomalies that work for a comp, if there's like a few that work for it, then it's fine. But like one like this, yeah. And now we're just like rolling to 0. Like, I mean, we found the Silco on 7, which is like actually quite high roll in our spot, honestly. But I mean, being level 7 gold is pretty sad in this spot. So
Oh, it felt terrible.
yeah.
This is so horrible. Like, this was one of those games where like I just didn't feel like I was ever going to get this opportunity again. It's not like something I would try to do, but I was just like blinding shield. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
No, I
in my
mean,
head.
I hear it, like, at the end of the day, like, I think these, like, weird, kind of troll, but kinda interesting comps are really, really fun, and, like, that's what a lot of people enjoy in TFT is doing these, like, weird niche
Yeah,
builds and stuff
I
like
got him
that.
down to negative
Negative
5.
-5, yeah.
I was like, oh,
What a
cool.
beast.
Oh,
The slim if you,
never
after
pause again.
well, no, it's just after this one, you can click into the thing that just, like, it opens up the video file on your, in your file explorer, and then you can watch it not
Okay.
in the outplayed, viewer thingy, which is helpful so that that doesn't happen. Yeah, they really, I guess they ramped it up on the ads. Like, there were never ads for so long, and now it's just, like, every single time you pause, it's an ad. But, I mean, outplayed is pretty cool, so I guess I can't fault them for trying to make money. But yeah, I mean, okay, so we get to level 8. We're 5 Dominator here as well. Like, our board is also like, I don't know, this is just a very like sloppy setup where we just, put the Dominator units on our board. It is very just like paint by numbers. Like, well, I want to play Dominator, so I'm going to put the Dominator units on our board. And like, I mean, it kind of gets the job done. Like, you kind of got there. But I mean, we could have played a lot cleaner of a mid game. To actually like get here, which is I mean the hard part of TFT. But yeah, I mean we could fit Black Rose on this board, we could fit this Jace on the board. Like there's a lot that we could even fit like right now that I'd want to play. Like the 5 Dominator. Oh my god, the Silco did actually like hard pop off that fight though. He's kind of a beast. All right, I mean imagine if he had Brutal Claws. Like
I know it would have been so fun. I just wanted to see it.
yeah,
Like I could have took like last place and I still would have been happy. I feel like if I just would have got to see it.
yeah, that's
But
fair.
I think I'm looking for an Elise or something. Yes, yeah, I want the Elise.
Okay, yeah, and you find
I want
Elise.
the
Get this in. I mean, you have a melon shop, and we're playing 4 or 5 Dominator right now. I mean, I would definitely play this Mel just over like random Mundo. Just because, yeah, like why not? Like it's she's gonna guarantee an extra life. Yeah, like it's pretty illegal. That I mean, I understand that like we want to roll down and like, but I mean, yeah, I think you really just need to like even if you're gonna hard force a line like this, just like play slightly better boards on the way. Like you can't just. I mean, you can. I would not recommend just locking in on one board and only playing those units the entire game because you're just gonna. I mean, it is completely illegal that we have a Mundo one on our board instead of a Mel that we could have had. Mundo one with 0 items instead of Mel is crazy.
I don't even have a defense. I don't even gonna say that. We're kind of shocked at where we're at. I was like, I
Yeah,
just want to
locked in
fight. Holy cow.
top 3. That's actually insane. But I mean, you hit the Silco too. Honestly, the Silco's doing work. You have the mana flow as well. Like our front line's a little sus, but it's like kind of getting there. Yeah, I'm surprised it's the top 3, but I mean, we
You
take
and me
those.
both.
We certainly take those. And you just send it down here for upgrades. Finally find Mundo too, so that's at least something that we got going. Item wise here, it's really not that much. The JG, I guess, is the best thing for you to take here, and then move like Shiv over to somebody else. Yeah, I mean,
I
this is
guess
like,
I'm just thinking front line. Like the longer it
yeah,
can last, the more damage I can get out. Is kind of what I'm thinking.
yeah. I mean, I think it's. I mean,
But we're gonna lose.
I don't think this
Like
game is going to be impacted that much by Titans versus JG. I think we know why. I mean, honestly,
I got a level 1 Elise out there.
yeah. I mean, you have a lot of. I mean, at least you got to the Mundo too, but we could be playing a Mel over any of this, so many of these things, and it would be very nice.
You can see me pointing it out. I'm like, well, I still have 1 star, so this is sad.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you just need to like, I guess, kind of like psychologically open yourself up to playing these other units and just say like, I'm not just gonna roll down for the units that are in your like. You don't even have a team planner there. I think you just like,
Nope.
you just like
Pre-balled
you
it.
have a team planner in your mind that says I have to play these units. But I mean, I think it's also very telling that you're like, oh crap game, like I just can't hit my contested units. But like that's what TFT is. If you just roll down every single game and you always hit your units, then like what would the game be? Like sometimes you're not going to hit your units, and that's like one of the cool rooms for skill expression in TFT is okay. I didn't hit my Mundo 2 immediately. What can I play instead of the Mundo 2? If you just say, well, I'll play a Mundo 1, then like. Yeah, I mean, you leave a lot of placements on the table if you do that.
What's funny is that game, I don't even think like I was contested at all. I just think I had read earlier that day
Hmm.
that about the bag sizes and how they made them smaller, and it was
Hmm.
kind of like really low key how they did that. And I think I was just mad about that and put that in there so I could tell you
See, this
like,
is just, it's so insane. There's these TFT players who would, I mean, everybody wants to do it. No matter what game anyone plays, people always want to have something to blame. Oh, I bought for it because of the bag size. I mean, you didn't even bought for
oh
that
no,
game to
no,
win
no,
third.
no, I wasn't. But what I'm saying is, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think I was complaining about bag size. I just noticed this week though
Hmm.
that apparently like I didn't know that like bag sizes went from like 30 to 22, 25 to 20, 18 to 17, and I just thought that was interesting. The contested unit thing was definitely like, it just seems like all the
Wait, the
comps
30 to
right now that
22,
are,
the numbers you're talking about, they are at 30 and like 18. They are right now. They weren't earlier in the set, but they're back to the ones that you're talking about. 30, 25,
oh, they are
18.
30, 25, 18 now.
Yeah.
See, I'm all confused. See, I'm glad I asked because this thing's saying it's different.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's here. I'll send you a link. This Meta TFT usually has, pretty much always has the most recent ones. This is even when like what you were talking about when they were bugged, and they were like wrong from what they were kind of supposed to be. Meta TFT had like the right ones. But anyway, yeah, you have let's see, what's another? I mean, decent game of fourth seems pretty good. I mean, you have one called review game, so like I don't know. Do you want
mhm.
to do that one because it's also wait.
Let's see what it
Go back to
is.
decent game. The just I wanted to look at the screen for a second. There's a Masters player in this lobby. That is a little I don't know. I would be interested to look at that person's little chest and see how many games they've lost at Masters 0 LP because that is pretty
I didn't.
insane.
I didn't even notice that. But
Yeah.
this is all. This is only like Emerald 1, 2, or something, or Emerald 2 or something.
I mean, I think it's somebody who
Here, we'll watch. Maybe
just lost a
or bought,
trillion games at Masters 0 LP.
bought an account.
I mean, yeah, maybe honestly. I could believe it. I
I
didn't.
think the bag thing too, by the way, though, just to comment on that, is like it just seems like a lot of the meta comps right now, like everything, because what happens is you just, so somebody puts out a video, the next day it's all over the ladder.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. And it's just like it seems like the ambusher, the scrap, and there's another one all over, oh, the academy one, like they all overlap, like Echo, Heimer, or
Hmm.
Echo, Corky, um there's another one that I can't remember off the top of my, Elise.
Elise, yeah.
It just seems like those units are just so highly contested. It's almost like, give me something like, I almost want to go play Twitch or something just because then I don't have to deal with other
I
people.
mean, you could. You certainly could. You could play Twitch. You could play Sorks. You could play like
There,
Enforcers. Like those comps are fun. I mean, Twitch is definitely like a bit weaker, but like I think you will definitely, if you just play Twitch every game and you roll down and you hit a Twitch too, like you'll do fine. So yeah,
and then Visionary was fun there for a little while, but now everybody's hard forcing that one too.
yeah,
So it's like,
yeah.
all
That
right,
one's
this
getting
is
more
annoying.
popular for sure.
If I hit Starry Night though, I'll usually go for it.
Oh yeah. I mean, sorry too. Nice. I don't know if I get almost any excuse to play Visionary, I'll play it. I feel like that comp is just so nice these days.
I feel like I never win a reroll if it's contested, so I just, maybe that's part of
Yeah,
my
I mean,
problem.
if
I'll just move
people,
on.
yeah, I mean, you do have to make sure you're uncontested.
Okay, pause.
Yeah,
What do I
let's
take
pause here.
here?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different options here. I mean, let's see. Cooking pot, your options are like, I mean, you have, nah, I mean, well, let's see what we cook here with cooking pot. Like, what are you thinking about making here in this spot here? Sterax, and then like here, you just want to play cooking pot with, when just make a big Urgot and make like artillerist or something like
What's
that.
funny is, watch, I don't even put the pot on them
Yeah,
until
yeah,
next round.
yeah. That's. I mean, we gotta. If we take cooking pot, you gotta put the pan on just a unit just to
It was
get it.
preheating. It's preheating the oven.
It's not heating at all. It's the oven's off. You have to turn it
Preheating.
on. I guess you're like reading it now, and you're like, okay, maybe next round. Maybe next round you'll.
No, no, I know what it does. I'm just being dumb. And I was just like, what are we doing? Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
there we
okay, you get it
go.
there now. Nice, nice, nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, okay, we missed one round, not the end of the world. But okay, I mean, I guess cooking pot. I mean, like I feel
so
like this
crappy.
augment's like okay in this comp. Just because like the plus ones aren't like insane. Like I mean, Pit Fighter plus one, Artillerist plus one. I guess there's some pretty good ones. Yeah, I don't mind it if you're, I mean, I don't think we scouted if we're
Oh, yeah,
contested or not.
I
Okay.
scouted Hellas right here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, all right. I see this one guy had one.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like anyone else is like hard committed to it. So, I mean, seems like a pretty reasonable line. And I mean, your items are good for it. You have the Sterex already. You have this bow as well, which can be like Titans or like a Tristana item if you get there. So, yeah. I mean, I don't mind it.
I don't even know if I end up going that, to be honest. I don't know what I end up going this game.
Well, I will say, like, if you're gonna take cooking pot, um, like you really want to play towards a line that like you really want to just to cook the same unit, the entire game. You want to be getting that you want to be getting that HP. Like here, you end up selling the Akali and moving it over to Urgot, but he doesn't cook himself. I guess maybe you're afraid that this guy is
I
going to
Yeah, I
play
think I've
Urgot or
already
something like
pivoted.
that. But like,
Yep.
I mean, you could try calling it in chat and try to scare them off it. I mean, you could also take this Urgot and then make them even more scared of playing it. And okay, you do take the Urgot here, so now at
I think
least,
I go Bruiser. I think I put this on Bruiser and swap out. I'm almost positive.
hmm.
It's. I think maybe I'm thinking Twitch or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep. There we
seems
go.
okay, but like, I mean, if we took Cooking
I'll,
Pot to play Bruiser Twitch, I don't know. I just don't love it that much. When I mean, like, we have an Urgot too. We have Tristana pair here. Like, you can. I'm pretty sure you can just play this comp, cook up the Urgot, make him insanely tanky, and then just like, yeah, this guy's contesting you, but your spot is so good, and like also like, I mean, it's not
you could
really
see. You could. Dang it.
here. If you click the little it's at the top left. There's like a folder, like there down from there, and then to like where it says manual PvP round. Um, there's like a star. Okay, so you see like the round, like where it says 2-5, like up into the left of that, like the top left corner of this screen. Yeah, there, and then the little folder will open where this file is. And then you can just open the file itself on like your whatever program you wash stuff in, and then you won't have to deal with the Slim Jiminator.
No. And then where were we at? Okay, I think we're like right around
Oh,
in
but I
here
think
somewhere.
I think you're screen sharing outplayed because I can still only see outplayed.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. So let me fix that. Stop screen, start stream to movies and TV. I think that's this.
Yep, there you go. Perfect.
Okay,
Okay. Now and then I don't know how you 2x speed this if there's a easy way to do it because
gotta be.
now you can play as a 360 video though. I don't know. Can you right click and yeah, none of those say speed. What happens if you just right click in the middle of the like anywhere on the screen? Is there a no?
No.
There's got to be a way to 2x speed it. I mean, at that point, it's oh god.
What the heck did I just do?
I don't know what that is. I mean, if there's no way to 2x speed on this thing, then I guess we could go back to the outplayed and just hope that it doesn't give an ad. Oh my god, you have 5 Urgots. Just play Urgot reroll. Your spot's actually so good for it. Like, why are we gonna try? I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe you're like,
All right, I'm gonna have to go back to the
yeah,
other
yeah.
one
You
because
can go back to outplayed.
I can't figure out how to make it work.
Yeah.
I'll download VLC.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, but I gotta from the other video, I got spoiled on where our next shop is. I mean, yeah, I mean we can just play Urgot from this spot. Like we already have Urgot 2. Our spot's so much better than the other guy who has 1 Urgot, 1 Trist. You have Urgot 2, Trist pair here, and then your next shop that I saw in the thing is another double Urgot. You have 5 Urgots. Like you can play Urgot reroll from this
And you
spot.
can tell that I wanted to. Like I was even like trying to pull out the art. It's just I'll be honest with you. Every time I get in a good spot like this and I try to go for the reroll and I'm contested, I feel like I don't get it. Like I just feel like every time, like somehow, some way, I'll get to 6, I'll start rolling. It won't happen. It delays me forever, and then I lose all my tempo, and then I end up going 5th.
Yeah, I mean you can like I think it is good to
And
like
it's just
scout.
so frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, those games feel horrible. I think it's good to scout a lot and see, like, okay, how actually contested am I? But you have 5 Urgots at this point. Also, you love this like Camille. I guess you get rid of the Camille now, but I feel like I've seen you before play around like Camille with this setup. But it's just like Like, if you were going to take Cooking Pot, like, we're Cooking Potting a Trundle, you know? Like, that's the unit that's getting the extra HP from Cooking Pot. Like, it's not very good. Like, if we're gonna take Cooking Pot, it's also, like, you kinda have to play Urgot reroll from this spot, because, like, what are you Cooking Pot? What are you Cooking Potting outside of that? And I mean, yeah, it's a Trundle, which is just nothing, you know? Doesn't really do enough on our board. But yeah, you know, making the Gwinsus. I mean, this is also a spot where like we have the GP. Like we could play the GP for a round over the Zyra, and it's just like better traits wise. It's Scrap and Pit Fighter. But this is similar to the other game where it's just like, you know, you want to play Experiment, so you're playing Zyra right now. But Zyra isn't actually Experiment right now. She's nothing. She's a 2-star unit, which was pretty good. But like this round, you can think about playing around the GP. So just, you know, like not getting baited by units that aren't actually providing you traits is helpful in spots like this. Ooh, okay, Prismatic here. All right. I mean, let's see what happens this game.
Probably whatever you think I shouldn't take. That's probably what I'd
I
take.
mean, move object seems pretty good with extra HP invested.
Give me the money.
I mean,
you know what's funny is I'm pretty sure I rolled down to 50 because I forget.
oh
No,
no.
oh, no, I save. I
Okay,
save.
okay,
Good job.
okay. Good.
Good me.
I mean, I think invested is good when you need a lot of econ. I don't really feel like we need a ton of econ in our spot. And the other thing is just I really like whatchamacallit, the impenetrable bulwark, I think it's called, the one that gives rando wins, just because like you're gonna have so much HP on this board. Extra armor and MR is so valuable. Like you're getting extra HP from Bruiser, getting extra HP from Cooking Pot. Like you have so much HP here. But okay, we get all this extra econ. We have a Rennie, that's pretty cool. And once again, another Urgot, another Tristana. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
they were
pretty sure
giving them to me.
every shop has an Urgot. I think the moral of this coaching session is just to like be like just kind of let the game give you more direction. And you know, like I'm pretty sure that was like our 7th or 8th Urgot that we've seen. Like you don't have to hard force Urgot reroll, and if you're not seeing Urgots, then you can think about not playing it. But like in your spot, you saw so many Urgots that like why not just hold on to those Urgots, keep the option open, and you know like we could be 6 or 7 Urgots here. Then like then we're playing Urgot reroll because we're almost like guaranteed it. You know it's like free at that point. So
It was the same one over and over again.
yeah, that's the copium.
It was.
Yeah,
It was.
surely. I mean, yeah, okay. I'll you can choose to believe
See,
that.
there he is again.
Yeah, the exact same one. Yeah, a
Just
million.
hanging out.
I am pretty surprised at how many you have seen. I mean, it's actually like so similar to the one we did as like the previous game as well, where it's just like you naturaled everything for the sorcerer game. But you know you're locked into another line, so you wanted to play that. Like you know, just you actually can get so much value out of just kind of like opening up your mind to like other like lines that you can play. But okay, we're also kind of dying now, which is scary. Like if we were playing for Urgot 3, then like we would be close to Urgot 3, and then we'd have that as the big spike. Now we don't really have that as the big spike. So like, I mean, our big spike is going to be Twitch, I guess, and like hopefully hitting Twitch 2 on 8. I mean, we have a lot of gold, and we're gonna have a lot of free refreshes. So like, I would say we 1,000,000,000% have to 4-1 it. Like if we lose this fight for sure, maybe if we win this fight. I mean, I don't think you want to like not 4-1 it just because like you have you're gonna have so much gold and so many refreshes that like yeah, we should just level 4-1, roll it, and see what we can get. But yeah, I mean,
I think I'll make you proud on this one.
okay,
I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna do. I think
all
that's what
right,
I'm thinking the whole time. Is just
yep,
sack, wait till 8, make a good board, and go from there.
yeah,
Because I know I'll be able to hit the 6 bruiser.
mm-hmm.
I feel like Twitch is so non-contested. I'm probably feeling like I'm just gonna get my Twitch
I mean,
right here.
you probably will. Oh, the double tier is a little bit
So
weird.
yeah,
Okay,
I
then yep,
go
you
and then
level
I'm
and
like,
send it. Okay, good. And then yeah, you really our front line's actually pretty good at this point. We need damage is the big thing here. So like we need to find honestly like at least one Twitch. It is a little bit okay. We eventually find the Twitch.
we didn't
Okay.
get a minute's
Well, yeah,
time,
it
but
was a little bit hard of a roll down to make. So not too bad. And then you're looking at LW reforged tier here. Oh, you reforged. Wait, what full item did you just reforge there?
Sterix.
Oh, the Sterax? Yeah, okay. I don't hate it. I mean, the Shojin's not great, but
I'm
it's not
thinking
horrible.
Kate late game. It's not good now, but I was like, at least maybe when I get Kate later. And then I'm like, ooh, okay, I'll thank you for the Kate.
Okay, but how are we gonna fit all this? I mean, I guess
I
this
don't
comes
think I
out,
give a
this
shit
comes
about
in.
Amessa.
Okay, but if you don't give a shit about Ambessa, then we're like playing down and augment. Like, I mean, our gold augment saying gain a Caitlyn is not a very good gold augment. Like, yeah, I mean, it's quite bad. I would say like a Caitlyn 1 is not that good here. So yeah, I don't think you can actually like unless you're willing to fit the MS on this board, which would mean we'd have to either drop out of Experiment or drop out of Six Bruiser, both of which don't seem that good. Like I don't think this like actually does that much. Like the difference here between Caitlyn and like a Cogmaw, I don't think is actually that high. Like it's probably like I feel like maybe you're overrating the fact that I mean yeah she's a 5 cost so she's cool, but like I mean she's not that good in this spot. Oh, we actually sent it and hit Twitch, so that's something. Um, and you're locking for extra mundos. I don't think we can lock for. I mean, maybe for the Ambessa, I guess. But yeah, I mean,
Probably not for the Ambessa.
yeah, probably
Probably.
for the extra mundos. But I mean, you already have mundo too. Like, wait, are we really going for
Do
mundo
I
3
think it's
when
I
it's
think it's
17
dumb and
HP?
unlock? Unlock? Ah, no,
No,
no.
we're keeping a lock for extra mundos. Why not? We need them. All right, and then you take sword for IE. Okay, perfect. I mean, that is the item. I mean, our Twitch items are great. I mean, honestly, I think our biggest downside to this game is we're basically playing down 2 augments. Like Cooking Pot was barely an augment this game. I mean, it basically just gave us the pan, and like we're not really playing that much for the HP effect. We're getting a little bit out of it, but like we Cooking Potted Urgot a little bit, then ended up selling him. We Cooking Potted like the Trundle a bit, and like now he doesn't have Cooking Pot. Like you know, I mean, he was a Trundle too, so it's not like it really matters. Um, and like yeah, I mean, we're also like completely down martial law. Like that augment gave us a Caitlyn, and that's it.
At least we did grab the Ambessa. Maybe we do put her in at
Yeah,
some
I mean,
point.
hopefully we can get her in on 9 is I guess the dream. I mean,
Comeback
yeah,
story.
I mean
Give me the
that's
damn.
that's quite good. I'm down. It's like a little bit worse on snipers because you already have damage amp, so you don't like need it that much. But I mean, I still think it's quite solid here, and you have a lot of frontline here. You need damage. It's pretty, yeah, it's
Had
good
no
enough.
gold, too,
Yeah,
so I feel like
exactly. Yeah, you can't really roll. So yeah, I think it's good. Okay, well, I guess the dream is we can make it to 9 and actually get the Ambessa in, and then we will have an activated trait. But I mean, still, even if we do get Ambessa in, it's still not even that good because it's not like we have the items to itemize Ambessa. So yeah, I just think,
we
yeah,
have no items really.
yeah, no, I mean, you have, a normal amount of items. It's just they're all focused on Twitch and the and like you're kind of you're down a component because well not down a component but you used a component to make Bruiser Spat, so like that's an item that you don't otherwise have. I mean yeah, the Twitch is at least doing good. I mean if you want to do your I would be curious to see what your lol chess would look like if you just decided to play like Twitch every game and just play Experiment. If you get Bruiser Spat you can play Bruiser. Just because it is very uncontested and like I do think it's not bad to just roll down and hit a Twitch 2 every game and be pretty happy with it. So yeah, and okay, we're looking at pushing level at this point. I mean, I am afraid enough in your spot that I would just sell the Mundos and like care more about just playing for to be alive. Probably Adaptive Helm is your best item here. Like once like another Shojin on Kate's not going to do much, but a third item onto Mundo, especially Adaptive Helm, it gives a lot of armor and MR. Would be really, really nice on the Mundo here. It's also just like third item on Mundo is going to be way better than second item on Caitlyn, especially because it's a Kate 1 versus a Mundo 2.
Need to
But
do a better job of consolidating items on one
mhm.
person. Sometimes I try to like space them out, I think, too much.
Yeah, it's almost always correct to just consolidate them onto one unit just because of the way that they multiply off each other. So yeah, like anytime you can afford to do that, I would do it. Okay, and then you level for the investment. All right, so we activated martial law. Sick. But
Proud of
yeah.
myself. I can't believe I did that. Good job.
Yeah. But I mean, it's still like I said, it's still not that
Crap.
good because like Ambessa has no items. Caitlyn's items are Shojin. Like I guess it's something now. 4K damage from Kate. I mean, not the worst. We did have to basically play down a gold augment the entirety of last stage. Okay, if you can get to Caitlyn too, and if we get like a Caitlyn item off carousel, we're kind of chilling. Okay, I don't know why we're rolling here. Like, what happens if you hit Caitlyn here? Like, you don't have the gold. I guess best case you hit a Caitlyn and you can like sell. You hit like Caitlyn Nunu and then you can sell the Nunu. But like, I generally. I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't love it in this spot, especially rolling it to 0 because like you'd have to find specifically Caitlyn Nunu to actually be able to buy her. Oh God.
The fucking Triss from hell.
Yeah. Okay. We lose to that board. GS. We don't have heal cut, right? So we'd really like red buff here.
That that would have been the play.
Yeah, red
I
buff
guess
would be
I was
nice. Oh, neutral.
Giant Slayer.
Yeah, the
I was
Caitlyn's good.
thinking helps kill frontline,
Mm-hmm.
but the red buff would have been better for sure.
Yeah, I mean, GS is a quite solid item on Kate. If you already had some kind of heal cut made, I would definitely like this is the best option. But you don't, and there will probably be some matchups where it'd be nice to have heal cut. I mean, even this matchup versus like the Swain and stuff like it means you got Radiant Redemption as well. So yeah, there's actually like a lot to like about red buff in matchups like this or other matchups. I guess we'll see what the other ones look like. But I mean, making heal cut usually pretty good. Like can't really go wrong with making heal cut. Okay, and I mean, this just ends up being our board, which I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad board. And yeah, like we got to the K2, she's doing good damage now. Like we have the anomaly on the Twitch, but she's still like even with him in damage. And also like Shojin GS is not even great Kate items. I mean, we shouldn't have built the second Shojin, but like the first Shojin kind of had to go on her because who else is going to take it? But yeah, I mean,
Love to have a blue buff, but
yeah, exactly. The blue buff Kate is so nice. But all right, everybody's getting low here.
Imagine if it was blue buff Deathblade GS,
That would be sick. Yeah.
which would be the same components. So I mean, it just goes to show that maybe like should do a little better job making them items.
I mean, I think making this Shojin when you made it wasn't right. And then I like TG.
I think
Either
maybe
Declaw or TG. If it's an AP heavy lobby. Well,
don't do that.
oh, Hodge Kate. Nah. I mean, Hodge Kate doesn't do that much. And then once
Why did
again,
I do that?
well, I mean, maybe you want to get the Shojin off of her, but yeah, what is the Shojin? I mean, I guess the Shojin helps Elise cast. It's kind of cool.
I should have put these gloves on.
But yeah,
At least.
TG on Bessa would be nice, or a Declaw on Mundo to give him a real third item would be very nice. Oh, that fight was close, but you do win it. Nice. But yeah, I mean, I don't disagree that double Shojin kind of sucked, but now you just have a Shojin on Elise, which doesn't feel very good. And
Well, what if we had TG instead on Elise? So maybe she gets more tanky and gets 2 stuns off instead of 1 stun. I feel like that can be the difference between winning and
oh
losing a
yeah,
fight.
for sure. I mean, or
especially in this kind of a comp where you're just trying to buy as much time as possible, almost.
Yeah, for sure. Or you're Mbessa who has a hero augment or a team up. Oh, that's quite tragic. Oh, and then that ends up making it a 4th.
Yep, that's Xerath. I was like, damn.
Was that the second place guy that we fought there? Or was that the really? Yeah. So any slight difference here and you go second this game, you're probably not going first because that other guy, but you would beat this guy and the other guy would die and it would be top 2. So, I mean, even these tiny little item things that we're talking about, but also just making better use of our augments and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, that's
well,
TFT this. For you. Oh, there's this.
I feel like that right there. Just if, for instance, Elise stuns twice in this fight or something, definitely probably win this fight. Because I mean, he barely beats me.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally half a second of just Twitch getting another auto off. If Twitch autos again, you would win the fight.
And then I guess this one I put.
All right, yeah, we can speed through this one. Yep.
That boring. Okay, I got a Trist.
Mumu 2. I like a Mumu 2. I would certainly be
interested. I hate a Mumu.
Really? I mean, he's a 2-star unit, though. It's kind of illegal to not. What are our did we check academy items? Because we almost have it. Oh, there we go. Okay, pretty okay. Not bad. Not insane, but not bad. All right. I mean, I think it's illegal to turn down a 2-star of almost any unit, like a Mumu 2. Come on. We have a lot of options. We have the GP. We potentially end up playing towards scrap. I mean,
I think I get rid of this Morgana eventually too.
Yeah, I mean, your items are kind of weird. Okay. I mean, I think this was probably
I didn't even reroll.
Yeah. I'm open to this being the correct choice after we reroll the other 2 options. I think of those 3, I would take this, but there's rerolls for a reason. They're free. You can reroll for free, so why wouldn't we? It's a bit crazy.
I'm curious what I'm gonna end up playing this game.
Yeah, I'm curious as well. I guess we'll see. You should slam here. You can win this fight with slams. Looks looks like you're gonna win this fight. Yeah, but like I definitely like slamming items in this spot. I mean, like you can. I mean, it's a little boring, but you can play scrap here. Like you have a GP already.
I'm
Yep.
wondering if that's what I'm thinking with the prize fighter thing or whatever the hell I
Mm-hmm.
took because it gives components.
Yep. Yeah, I mean it's great in scrap. Like it gives you the two already, and then if you can actually like farm more components, it's fantastic. So I would definitely think about it. But like you could even yeah, like I would be open to slamming adaptive helm for fights that you think are going to be close because like winning fights with prize fighter is actually worth just so much. So
I think
yeah, yeah, I think you're good. You're good in this fight, but I don't know. You'll see. We'll see if we fight somebody strong, and you're just holding on to these scrap units for the. I mean, definitely looks like you're open to a scrap game. Okay, I mean, I'm not against making adaptive, but why did we greed the adaptive components for 2 fights and then make it here? Like a bit weird. And also, if we're gonna do this, like you should scout here before you do the double level to see if like if you're bored, like because if the lobby is really weak, then you don't even need to level here to win. Also, I would say it's just Zyra over the GP. GP's a fine unit, but he's no traits on this board. Zyra's Sork, and like she's a pretty good unit. The stun is nice, but yeah, I mean, definitely looks like you're leaning towards just play win streak here into scrap. Which I mean, I think that's the correct line to play. Like I think that is a pretty good line here. Okay, you can get giant spell then. Fine, like decent enough. Um,
Guard breaker later if that's what I'm trying to do.
Yep. It's solid. I mean, just
And like
Mbessa here. Yeah, I think this is.
it
Oh
takes
wait,
away
wait, you
my
can't. Yeah, you
emissary.
can't play Mbessa on this board. Yeah, so now you're gonna play it like this. Nah. I mean, nah. You do. Yeah, you do have to play Trist. I think it's still just the. I mean, it's the Zyra that we're not holding anymore. I mean, I guess now you have the Vladimir, which would help with your front line. So that's something. But you kind of want to hold these Trist. Also, let's make gold. Let's please, like, we need to figure out a way to make gold. Like, we can't be playing all this stuff. Like, it's 2-5. We haven't made interest once this game so far. Like, it feels kind of bad. I mean, it feels very bad, I would say, to not make any gold here, like, and to have not made gold yet.
There's still 4.
Yeah. And invested emissary bonus is pretty good, but I don't think it's like, I mean,
Why is Smeech still on the board? Like, get rid of Smeech at least.
oh, the GP?
No, the Smeech. Like, why do I have Smeech on my bench?
Oh, yeah, yeah, on bench. Yeah, yeah. I don't think you need this guy at all. I'm not sure why.
And we lose.
Yeah, I mean that is rough. Had you held Rebel, like we could maybe have Rebel in on this board as well. I think not sure if you skipped another Rebel unit, but even just playing Sentinel on this board would have been better than the GP. Like pretty sure if we played Trist plus the Trist plus the Irelia, you would have won that fight, or at least it would have been a lot closer. So yeah, it's just once again, it's like similar stuff where it's just like making. I mean, playing strongest board, which is like really really hard to like always optimally play strongest board. But I mean, the best thing to do. Oh, actually, you're not gonna play scrap. You're gonna play
I just saw that.
Sorks, huh?
I don't know what the hell I'm
All
gonna
right,
play.
we're going on. I mean, maybe you have the Trist. You're thinking of like an emissary game. I mean, I don't think that comp is that good, but yeah, maybe you saw the Mbessa and you're like, okay, well now I'm gonna play around emissary because I have the Mbessa, I have Trist. Yeah. Wait, we'll go
I
back
may
to.
have just watched your video too.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a good comp. I mean, I think yeah, I mean I think the only kind of scary thing is I mean you don't have damage items for anybody yet, so I guess it's fine regardless. So yeah, I mean we can play emissary Sorks here though. Like if we were gonna do that, well, it was a little crazy to hold all those scrap units forever. But I mean I guess I
Maybe I'm
mean
changing my mind. I don't know what the hell I'm doing yet.
yeah, that's fair. No sack. Yeah. None of these options are amazing. Oh, this one? Okay. So then that's going to go into Mbessa. I mean,
Do I swap to quick strikers? Ooh.
oh, like a quick.
Emissary quick strikers maybe here.
Yeah, okay. We're kind of cooking, probably overcooking. I feel like we're burning the house down a little bit with this. I think a lot of these games were a bit like kind of all the games we watched today were a little bit overcooks. Like, and I mean that is the fun in TFT. So I won't tell you not to do it, but if you want to
I kind of
climb,
feel like this game. I kind of feel like I was kind of proud of myself. Kind of like take what they gave me, and kind of like
I
the
mean,
beginning was probably bad with the make it econ.
yeah, I mean, we'll see where we get to. I mean, this board's okay for now. It's just like this is not that much of a. I don't know. I don't think this line is that good. The quick strikers plus I mean, I don't know. Well, we'll see how the game goes. It's just like I feel like this line is often best played from like a reroll position, just because like you don't really have that much of a duo carry for Mbessa if you don't reroll, like you're duo carrying like TF2. I just feel like it lacks damage. But we'll see. I do think it's kind of like an underexplored line. Like I think it's probably less played than it should be, which is yeah, I don't know. I've heard people talk about it, but okay. We take tier here. We have what is this
Okay,
for? Uh-huh.
I took tier here thinking that made glove. So I just
Oh, you were
fucked it up.
thinking of Hodge and then you took the
I'm pretty
wrong half
positive.
of it. Yeah,
Yeah, pretty positive.
that's fair. Well, yeah, I mean, just always do a little like a double check when you're going to take an item like that and just make sure you're taking. I mean, I've done it before, so I understand.
So that I just think was just a pure mistake.
Yeah. Oh, but this guy's holding TFs as well, man. This guy's gonna play around quick strikers. I mean, I guess you're playing more of like a push levels version of it. But also like, I mean, do you see how broke we are in this spot because we didn't make gold so much like last stage? Like we're not even 50 gold here. It's after carousel. Like we are so unbelievably broke. It's crazy. Consolidate items, okay. Good that we consolidate items. I mean, a little bit weird that everything's all spread out here, but the adaptive on the TF is pretty reasonable. So yeah, I don't dislike it. And okay, this is kind of our board for now. Do you have something? Yeah, I mean, we could just be playing something over this as like Watcher would be pretty decent. Just to get something in. Once again, like, realize that Ez isn't actually like doing anything on our board right now. So like why play around him?
I just think he's just like at the moment he's probably just a strong like I just think he's probably like a strong like what do you call it? I have no idea where I'm going in this game.
Me too. I'm excited to see where it goes, honestly. We're going on a journey.
Because honestly, every time I think I know where we're going, something changes.
You hit the quirky. Yeah, now you're going to pivot back in a scrap, except we don't have the scrap units. You love rolling on 7. I don't think you should roll on 7 as much as you do when like you're going to play. This is more of like a fast 8 style comp. Okay, so yeah, it is emissary. Quick strikers is what you end up in, which I mean, we actually hit pretty decently on the line. So I mean, that's something kind of nice. We make the Hodge, making Gwynsu. I mean, your other options out of Bow aren't that good either. I know, so you're gonna kind of play it rerolly. I mean, I would just scout and make sure that other guy isn't holding that many TFs because he certainly could. Ugh. I mean, reinforcement. I mean, you're really broke. Reinforcement is fine. Like, yeah, you're so broke that you kind of need it, and then you just roll here for TF and for one of your relevant 2 stars. Nice. I don't think so. I don't think it's that good. And oh no, it's a tragedy. We get Nami out, and so we're 3 out of 1
I
emissary.
immediately noticed it too. I'm like, what the fuck? I
Yeah.
think I fixed that next round immediately. Luckily, I don't
Yeah,
think we
yeah.
lose here.
Yeah. Never punished. We're chilling. And we're holding on to a lot
Do
of
it,
this
do it,
stuff.
do it,
Okay.
do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do I notice? Please say I
Surely,
notice.
sure. Wait, actually, okay,
Okay, yes,
we're
thank
good,
God.
we're good. Okay. Okay, so this is our setup here, and it's just, I tend to not like taking Elise off of reinforcement, just because like Elise as a unit just doesn't do like all that much. Like Elise 1 versus Elise 2, like she's a little bit tankier, but like oftentimes if you have a tanky enough board, you can make Elise cast. But like this Elise isn't carrying any items. She's not really buffed up by any of her traits except for Form Swapper. So it's just like, yeah, generally I'm oftentimes against taking Elise from reinforcement
Reinforcement.
because I just want a unit that does more with the I want this to be a guarantee that makes my board tanker, and Mbessa too that actually does a bunch of damage. Whereas like Elise doesn't really do any of that stuff. We take Bow here, which I guess is for Titans. I mean, I don't love Titans on Mbessa. Maybe you have to make it in a pinch here. I don't know. I don't love it that much just because like I feel like she is more just like, I mean, one, you second row her oftentimes, so like she's not really taking aggro and proccing Titans. Whereas, like oftentimes you want like a unit that's going to take aggro to build Titans because then they're like actually proccing away faster. But I mean, we're close to TF3 and this ends up being the line. Okay. I mean, you kind of, like I said, I think you cooked in this game, and I mean, I don't think it's that good on Ambessa.
I don't want to roll. I don't think is the thing. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't
Oh,
want to roll.
infectious
So I
anomaly.
just
Okay,
think,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I just don't think the execute one does very much there. So I do think you have to roll a bit. Just sell some
I'm
of
like,
these random. Yeah, agreed.
I'm
Like,
like Nocturne. We're done with him. He's
yeah,
not
agreed.
doing
Double
anything.
Jinx shop is kind of hilarious. All right, and we hit the TF3. Nice. I mean, at this point, we can just think about. I mean, we'll just chill this round, but like from here, we can just start pushing levels, and getting more quick strikers in. Like, I don't think you have to roll for Swain 3 here. Also, we belted the Elise. I mean, if you're gonna belt anybody, just belt the Garen, right? It's not like she's scrap or anything like that. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know
I
her.
feel like the thinking is probably I just want to make sure that like she
She lives for,
gets a cast off because she's in
yeah,
the front.
yeah, but like,
I hate when she dies before she casts. It is the
I mean, I
worst
guess you have
feeling in the
two
entire world.
removers. I mean, if you want to like Superman max it, you can like wait, and if she's like really low, you can make like you can slam belt at like the last second on her if you want to be crazy about it, which can be good.
Should have 3 removers now. So I'm like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's not like you're starved for removers or anything, so I guess
what
it's
do
not
we take
the end of the
here?
world. I mean, you'd really like a last Garen tank item, but I mean, the only
Just
one that exists is like Starax, I guess, and so that's what you're gonna make. I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, this is why like I don't like Titans that much, because like this Titans could have been a good Garen tank item, and then we could have like Starax onto
I think I
on
switch them.
yeah. Well, I
I
mean
think I
Titans
get
are
it
alright.
on Ambessa.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I get this Sterix on Ambessa at some point. I hope I do.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, I think it's a bit better. And yeah, I really just want to get off Elise. Yeah, I mean, we kind of have to roll a bit for Ambessa too. I don't think you had to give up on the Swain 3, because if you do it Swain 3, you could think about moving items over to him, but like, I mean, I probably wouldn't have held the Swains in the first place, but now that you have 6, I probably would have held them until it like makes a different econ wise. Like, you're 20 gold here. It wouldn't have made
I
a
feel like
difference, the Swain or not.
I'm scouting, make sure nobody had Ambessa, and I'm wondering why I haven't hit this stupid woman yet.
Meal 2, 31 HP. I mean, I think like, had we played this game a bit cleaner, you could think about going 9 in this spot, but you're kind of low and you had to take reinforcement. So now you do kind of just have to roll for Ambessa too, because if you take bad losses, your game's gonna be rough. Also, there's another spot where like consolidating items is just always better. Like Starax will do way like a trillion times more on this Garen than it will on random Elise here. Like I guess you kind of want to spread items because like you want to just like make sure that she casts, but like I mean you can also make sure she casts by having a tanky Garen in front. Also,
I know.
I just realized like we're basically at time, so I guess we can speed through the rest of this game real quick and see what the final result is, and then get an ad for a Slim Jim. Okay, you do end up hitting Ambessa too, and then you econ back up, and the board is pretty good, and yeah, I mean it's a
Oh, we
decent.
can never get through
Yeah,
this.
yeah, you
This is
can't
the
kill this
thing.
guy.
We never. The
Yeah,
scar,
yeah, I mean
never.
that's gonna be a very tough matchup for you. Okay, so then you speed. I mean, okay, so what you top 2 and you die to that guy?
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
this guy, yep, can't beat him again. And then the scrap guy, I think we either let the other dude beat. No, we can
uh,
beat the scrap guy.
yeah. And then he
And
beats him.
then
Okay, so then it's top 2. Okay, I mean, it's a
I,
pretty, honestly, all things considered,
I,
a pretty cool cook. Like it was a pretty interesting board that we put together, and it ended up working out pretty well. But it's really just cleaning up the early game stuff, like the making econ was crazy. Like that we crazy that we didn't make econ.
I'm just sitting here hoping that my Ambessa will not attack this scar and go attack this Kog'Maw at some point. But she just never does.
Hey, she actually pops off a
So
bit.
like I kill him here, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe I could win. But I don't know what changed so much the next fight, because the next fight it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, might just have been positioning. Like maybe you ended up sniping out the, because that Zeri was dead for a lot of that fight. Maybe you sniped the Zeri in that fight. I don't know. I'd have to go back, but I don't know if, yeah.
I will say that the Elise ended up doing a lot of work against these sniper comps, though,
Oh yeah, she's kind of a beast. Um,
and that was that.
okay. Well,
But I
yeah,
feel like that one I was kind of proud of myself because I didn't get so locked in. I feel like sometimes maybe I do overcook, but there's also other times where you can see where I just get so locked in that like I don't play anything but what's in the team planner, and I feel like that's a really bad way to play.
yes, exactly. I think that's
Like I'd
definitely.
almost rather
Mhm.
overcook a little bit than just do the team player thing, if that makes sense. I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
which one you would think would be better, but at
No,
least
I
one I'm
agree.
thinking.
I agree. I like what you did this game way more than what you did in the Dominators game, where you were just like, I'm gonna put every Dominator on my board. I'm gonna roll down, and I'm gonna try to put more Dominators on my board. Like that is crazy. So yeah, no, I think that is definitely like the biggest takeaway from this session is just like open yourself up to more stuff. The same thing in the Urgot game. Like open yourself up. You don't have to just guarantee that we're playing Urgot this game, but when you natural that many Urgots, like you should probably just go for an Urgot 3. Like it was basically free. Same thing with like the sorcerers in the Dominators game. Like when you natural that many Sorks, we can play around Sorks. Like it's so easy. So yeah, I feel like
Oh,
that's the biggest takeaway.
have you got to mess with Voracious Appetite at all?
No, not really. Have what do you have a game on it?
Yeah, yeah, with Urgot as the first place, and that is just if you
Yeah.
get it early and
Hmm.
you get it,
Yeah,
it's
yeah. It seems
it's stupid.
insane
It's
if
it's
you get there.
really good. It was like worst to first type of game.
Yeah. That's
But yeah,
crazy.
so but yeah, that's it right there. Worst to first. He ends up with like so much health at the end. It's ridiculous. And like if you're in a good spot, see he gets so big. I had like 100 health or something. I don't know. I was playing from winning the whole time, but he just got so big and did so
Yeah.
much damage. It was stupid.
What a beast.
I think he had
That's
like over 40% damage amp. But anyway, it's a fun one.
holy. Yeah. No, I gotta try that. All right.
But
Well,
that was
yeah.
it.
I think this was good. I will